Now the next exercise we're going to perform is called the low abdominal series. Now the low abdominal series needs to be performed with a blood pressure cuff. Now there's a couple of ways to start the low abdominal series, and they will be determined based off of what your results of your postural assessment are. Now I'm going to start off with the low abdominal series for people with normal lumbar curvature or an arched back or a hyperlordosis lumbar curvature. So we'll start off with the blood pressure cuff, and what we're going to do is we're going to lay down with our back on the floor, and we want to place the blood pressure cuff under the low back at about L3, or just below your belly button. So we're going to lay down on the cuff, and then what we're going to do is we're going to inflate the cuff until the pressure gauge on the cuff reads 40 millimeters of mercury, or 40 on the gauge. So we inflate it to 40. Now, once we inflate it to 40, what we're going to do is we're going to bring the gauge right to eye level. So what we don't want to have happen is bring the eye gauge to here, where we're looking up, we're bringing our head off the floor, we're looking to either side. So we want to make sure that we keep the gauge right at eye level, because that'll keep our spine in neutral position. So we're going to keep our head right on the gauge, looking straight up at the gauge. Now what we're going to do is it should be at 40 millimeters of mercury. What we're going to do from here is we're going to flatten our back to get it to 70 millimeters of mercury. So now, first part of low abdominal series, all it is to be able to go from flattening your back, getting it to 40, relaxing, or flattening your back, getting it to 70, relaxing and coming back down to 40. So basically we're just doing a posterior pelvic tilt. So flattening it to 70, relaxing to 40. Flattening to 70, relax it to 40. And doing that for the desired number of repetitions. Now once we have enough lower abdominal control to perform a posterior pelvic tilt, we can then flatten the cuff and bring the pressure to 70. Now the next part of the low abdominal series is where we're going to get the legs moving up and down. So now what we're going to do is increase the pressure to 70, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take a deep breath in and inhale, and then exhale, lift one leg up towards the chest. Inhale, and then alternate legs, keeping the pressure on the cuff at 70. And performing the desired number of repetitions. Now, once we've advanced past that, the next stage of it is called the low abdominal 2B. Now, low abdominal 2B is where we bring both legs up, keeping the pressure at 70. Inhale, letting a leg down. Exhale, bringing it up. Inhale, bringing the leg down. Exhale, bringing the leg up. So we alternate from the position of two legs up. So once we progress past that, we can do low abdominal number 3. Low abdominal number 3 is where we're actually moving both legs at the same time, keeping the pressure at 70. So increase the pressure to 70, bring both legs up, inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up. So after you gain the strength to be able to do that, was that we can increase and decrease the intensity of the low abdominal series by just, if I want to increase the intensity, I could just move my legs farther away, or if I wanted to decrease the intensity, I could move it closer. So if a person is not quite ready for 2B or 2C, and then we're still doing this, but we could make it a little bit more intense, like for example in 2A, we can just slide our feet out a little farther and then moving the legs up and down while keeping the pressure there. So we can move our legs farther out or in, depending on if we need to increase or decrease the intensity. Now that is for the low abdominal series for people who have normal